Good evening, everyone. How are you today? Well, I have to tell you, after listening to you guys, you have inspired me, and I'm sure they will say the same thing. You've inspired them. This is wonderful, because there are so many things that I heard that I've taken away from what I'm going to speak to you about, which I was already going to speak to you about anyway. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And I say that because in America, we're dealing with a very, very serious issue. And I'm sure you've heard it. Some of my partners here have mentioned it. Some of you guys have mentioned it as well. And it is obesity, childhood and adult obesity. Well, to kind of give you a little bit of background about what I've done in the past is, past being the fact that before I played baseball, I was always very active, very active. You couldn't keep me inside. Always wanted to go outside. Now we have all of this technology. We have these children are basically teaching their parents how to use the smartphone, the computer, all of this stuff. I love technology. But the problem that I have with technology is this. It allows individuals to become sedentary in their lifestyle. We are no longer, as a society, getting out there and moving our bodies. Hence the reason why this epidemic, obesity epidemic, is so strong, running very rampant in the United States. So I sat back, I listened to all of the talk, all of the individuals that were talking about how are we going to do this. I'm trying to get my kid motivated to doing something. Well, let me tell you something. First of all, when you're saying to me you're trying to get your child motivated, my question to you, parent, would be, are you motivated? God has blessed you with a wonderful child. You're blessed. But he is also holding you responsible to take care of the child. And by doing that is to being involved in that child's daily activities. Not only the activities, but also what your child is putting in their system. We live in a society that is very strong about pushing things on our children. Try this Happy Meal. Try this extra large soda, without even taking the time to look at what is in this particular product. We are living in a serious situation here, and we have to do something as a unit, as a whole, to try to combat this epidemic. So my mission, my passion, is to work with children, but not only the children, but also work with their parents as well. Because it's not going to be just me. I need to have someone that can come on board and to help me facilitate, to help me inspire individuals to do what is necessary for them to do in order to sustain themselves. Interesting facts. If we continue down the road that we're going right now, and you guys might have heard this already, parents, kids, you guys might have heard this. I don't know. We're going to find out. If you continue to go down this path, in 8 to 10 years, right now, it's about 65 to 70% of the world, the United States, are suffering from overweight and obese. Okay? By the year 2050, and even before I mention 2050, let me go back a little bit. The next 7 or 8 years, we're going to be ending up paying $344 billion a year in childhood obesity, and just obesity alone. That is staggering. Staggering. What can we do? What can you do? Well, first of all, encourage your child. And when you encourage your child, you have to also play a vital role in that as well. Get out. Take a walk with the family. If you have bikes, ride bikes. Do something different instead of sitting out at the house and just relaxing. You know, get involved with your children. I have a friend who's here today. He didn't know I was going to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. He is very passionate about health and fitness and nutrition as well. And then when I go on my Facebook page, I always see his comment that talks about, I just finished running at the reservoir in Lafayette. I hope I got that right. So this is what I'm talking about. Continue to work with your children, you know, because we cannot continuously point the finger at your child or even send your child to a personal trainer and say, hey, look, can you help my child because he's overweight?